Good morning. Hey, it's Monday morning. Ain't God good? And won't He do it? Oh, yes, He will. Oh, yes, He will. I know my listeners probably saying, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every morning. I'm going to say Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Look, today, Monday morning, again. And guess who I got again? I got Shea. Shea, how did I catch you this time, Shea? Was it a coincidence? Was it an accident? Or did you just get caught between a rock and a hard spot?
Rock in the hot spot.
Okay. Hey, Shea, today is Medical Monday, and we want to talk about thyroids. I know off the air we talk about how important thyroids are. Are they really that important?
Yes, they are. One of the vital organs.
So what's important about thyroid? But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with the white beard smiling and profiling. And finally, y'all trying to size me up. Hey, Shay, we back. Now you said thyroid. Is thyroid one of the most important organs in our bodies?
I won't say it's the most important, but it's one of the vital organs. Most people think about, like, when you say vital, they think about the heart, the lungs, and the brain. And those are vital organs, but the thyroid is also a vital organ because you can't live without it.
So really? Mm-hmm. So what is important about the thyroid? So what does thyroid say? I remember my wife Phyllis had to get her thyroid removed. Mm-hmm. So by getting it removed, so what side effects would she have for that?
So the thyroid is in your neck. It's just like a little butterfly. It controls your body's metabolism. So it controls how you burn up food. So in Phyllis's condition, my aunt, she doesn't have a thyroid anymore. So her metabolism is really, really affected by it. So she has to take a medication it's called levothyroxine, but the simple term is called Thyroid. So Thyroid is supposed to produce the thyroid hormones needed to keep the body to keep the body so it can metabolize food properly. So without it, her metabolism would slow down, and like she said, it would be very deadly.
I know that she told me that a doctor said if you don't take your medication, the end result is death. Mm-hmm. So is that true?
It's true, because when your thyroid is if it's not functioning properly, it can either be too slow. You can have hypothyroidism, which means it's not producing enough hormones and it's too slow, or you can have hyperthyroidism, where it's producing too much hormones and it will speed up your metabolism.
So I know from watching the news and watching certain medical shows, mm-hmm. Is there any way that you can reproduce growth thyroids?
Once it's gone, it's gone.
So why do you have to have thyroid removed?
Oh, cancer. You have thyroid cancer, or sometimes in Phyllis's condition, you can have autoimmune disease. She had Hashimoto's. So Hashimoto's like when the body attacks the thyroid. So it's like autoimmune means that the body is attacking healthy tissue. So the immune system is literally beating up on the thyroid. So that makes the thyroid stop functioning properly.
So if they knew that was going on, right, is there any way they could stop it from attacking the thyroid instead of having the thyroid removed?
You have drugs. Sometimes you can have like immunosuppressant drugs, but with those drugs, if it's gonna hit one thing, it's gonna hit the body completely. So if you suppress your immune system, it puts you at risk of getting sick. So you really can't be around sick people or things like that.
Man, so the thyroid, man. So if you don't have do men have thyroids?
Everybody has a thyroid.
So everybody got a thyroid. So yes. So I have a thyroid. So is the thyroid different from a man's body from a woman's body?
It's not.
So it controls basically the same thing. Okay, I just thought because male, female might be doing something different with a man for dealing with a woman. Mm-hmm. So so a thyroid, if you don't have a thyroid, you don't, and they say it's controlled with the metabolism, you say?
And calcium levels.
And calcium level.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say control calcium level, can you have too much calcium?
Yeah, you can, because so what happened is, so with the thyroid has a buddy, and they work together. The parathyroid, like 4 little glands inside the thyroid, so they both work with calcium levels. So the parathyroid, if your calcium levels are low, it secretes parathyroid hormone that makes the calcium levels go up. And the thyroid secretes calcitonin, which tones down the calcium, which makes it go back down if it's too high. So they work together. But the thyroid, with the hormone thing, so if you have what they had called hypothyroid, that means you don't have enough, and it slows down your metabolism. So some of the signs with that is your metabolism slows down, so you gain weight. You have an intolerance to cold. You're always cold. And sometimes it slows it down somewhere where you can go into a coma. That's why that's why your wife has to take the levothyroxine, so her metabolism won't slow down so much that it'll put her into a coma.
So how many days can you go out and take that medication?
I wouldn't suggest going no days. I just let that be one of your daily regimens.
Okay. So I'm just thinking, like, sometimes you hear people say if you got to take it. I remember at work, ladies said you got to take a high blood pressure pill.
Mm-hmm.
So if you forget to take your that pill for dealing with your thyroid, it could be fatal that day, right?
Maybe not that. I'm not sure about that day, but if you don't, for instance, people with high blood pressure now, if you're a person that has been taking your medicines, it's not good to go without it either, because if you're taking the high blood pressure and your blood pressure is fine, then the medicine keeps it fine. But for some people, they stop taking, their blood pressure will literally, it'll shoot back up, and then we have to like work really, really, really hard to get it back down.
Okay. So thyroid deal with metabolism. Does it affect anything else besides those things? For metabolism and calcium?
That's basically its job, because with the opposite disorder, hyperthyroidism, my mom had hyperthyroidism. So it's the opposite. If it's too slow, you're cold. If it's too high, you're hot. So you're always sweating. You lose weight because your metabolism is so high. And not only do you lose weight, you can also have, if you've seen those commercials, the thyroid eye disease.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, so it's commercials out there. They talk about thyroid eye disease. So that's part of the fast metabolism, where like it causes your eyes to bulge.
People have like
the bulging eyes.
Yeah, the bulging eyes.
And if you don't hit it, it'll be permanent. If you don't treat it, your eyes will stay like that.
So you can treat it, and the eyes are.
It'll kind of help. That's what the eye drops are for. The thyroid eye drops. Okay. That's what that's for people that have hyper.
Yeah,
thyroid.
I know. Phyllis and I was at one of my kids' meeting one day. Saw a lady come in, and I said she had like bulging eye. I mean eyes. When I said big, I mean very big. And Phyllis said she got some kind of dealing with thyroid, and I'm like, wow, man, I ain't know, man, the body is phenomenal, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So Shea, how far close are you to becoming a doctor?
No, I'm not going there.
Are you that close? Are you that close?
I'm far away.
Are you just say you're far away?
Oh, I'm far away.
Okay.
It's good to have colleagues that are doctors. They teach me stuff.
So I see you retain a lot. So as a nurse, you have to know a little bit about basically everything, right?
It's yes, because like a lot of things we know from school, but a lot of things we let the doctors, control a lot of things. For instance, when we give patients medicines, we have to go to pharmacology class. So that's a class when we learn about medicines. So most of the time we give patients medicines, we have to know what it does, the side effects in there. That's part of our nursing education. And some disorders that we see, like we learn about pathophysiology, to learn about different diseases and conditions. So a lot of that we have to also know about that as well, so we can help. Because at the end, when you get discharged, usually it's us as nurses that discharge you.
Okay.
We give you the discharge paperwork, and a lot of times they're printing out, and we'll go over it with you and everything.
To make sure that the patient understands what the importance of taking this medication. Right. So let's say, okay, you have somebody that has thyroid issue, right? Mm-hmm. And they issue the wrong medication. how long do they have before they find out that the medication that they got is not working for them?
I think you have. That's where the endocrinologist comes in. So, endocrinologist is a doctor that deals with hormones in general. Okay. So, like, he has an endocrinologist because diabetes and hormone issue, both of those fall under endocrine disorders. So, they'll draw blood work, and they'll see how your thyroid hormones are. If they're too low or too high, they'll try to manage it that way. And there's different medicines depending on what you need. But like with the low, with the hypothyroid, really the only drug you have is Thyroid. That's all you have to take. The hyper, it is several that you can take. It just depends on what's gonna work for you.
I got a question for you. I know sometimes you hear doctors say that sometimes when the medication that they prescribe to a patient is not working, sometimes they go back to the home remedies that will work versus the medication that they prescribe. So, what do you say about that?
Home remedy, it depends. I would check with your doctor because some of the home, depending on what type of medication you have, the home remedies and that can interact with each other. So it's best that you let the doctor know, okay, I take this medicine, but then we'll ask you what other supplements you take, like any vitamins, anything natural like garlic or anything, because a lot of times those natural really do help with certain conditions, but you have to be careful with those and tell the doctor like, hey, I take this, and the doctor may tell you, well, yeah, you kind of don't need to take this because this medicine that you need and this particular supplement will interact and it wouldn't be good for you.
You took away my last question. I will ask you the same thing. You take I see a lot of people have a lot of pill bottles, right? They take a lot of pills on a daily basis. So if you got, like I said, a laundry list of pills, right? And sometimes those pills can make other pills not be effective, right? So how do y'all prescribe this so somebody can still have life?
Okay, so I'm kind of in that situation because I'm anemic, and so I have to take iron, and usually I'm on, and I have acid reflux, so mine are fighting because I need iron and acid go together.
Really?
Yeah, you need acid to absorb iron.
Okay.
But I don't have acid because I have acid reflux. So I take medicine to decrease the amount of acid so my stomach won't burn so bad.
Okay.
So you kind of have to, sometimes you have to take certain medication you have to take at certain times. For instance, I would take like my stomach medicine on an empty stomach probably earlier in the morning. And then I had to find another time to take my iron supplement because I gotta have iron because it helps to make healthy red blood cells.
Okay.
So some medicines are best to take at daytime, and some medicines are like Synthro is usually taken early in the morning on empty stomach. Like usually when I see night shift usually gives that like about 5-6 o'clock in the morning when nothing else is on your stomach. And then other medicines like cholesterol medicine, they work better at nighttime, so you normally see them at bedtime, things like that.
Okay. So the body, man, ooh, Lord have mercy. So when you went to school, how many years did it take to learn what you learned?
You know what kind of nurse you want to be.
So what kind of nurse are you?
I just have a bachelor's. I went 4 years.
But it's still a process you learn on the job too, right?
And that's what a lot of people think, like, because it depends on what type of nurse you want to be. So the nursing school gives you the basic knowledge, but just like with any other job, you learn a lot of things you have to learn on the job because you're not gonna really get a chance to experience things. You're not going because you have to. Sometimes you just have to learn as you go. You have to learn different situations that happen at work. It's like, okay, well, I can't do it this way, so I need to do it that way. And you get to learn about different drugs that you may necessarily not learn about in nursing school.
You know what? And you are exactly right. Because I know, like, my background is warehousing, right? So, like I said, every place that you go to, you have to learn how that facility operates. And that's the thing with people. You got to learn how to operate. Then you can apply your skills to make it better. And that's what you're doing on a daily basis. Every day up at your job is probably fun. Every day is something totally different, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it can be. You have your good days and bad days.
So Shea, leave the listeners and viewers with something that will help them deal with their thyroids. So there's something that help prolong their life, so they won't forget to take their medication.
It's good to have like sometimes an alarm system works. Like, hey, remind yourself to take this medicine, or the old-fashioned Monday through Saturday pill bottles. Like you have your Monday pills you need to take on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Just have it in a box, and then just kind of make a schedule for yourself, and say, okay, well, I'm gonna take these medicines in the morning, and then you have a little PM side. Okay, I take these medicines at nighttime. And with your thyroid gland, if you know like some of the symptoms, if you feel like, hey, I usually don't feel like this, let me go get something checked out. If you know something's wrong with your body, you know your body. I think you should make sure you go talk to your doctor and say, hey, I'm feeling like this, and there's nothing wrong. If there's nothing wrong, that's fine. But it's better to be safe than sorry.
And that's the thing too, Shea. What you just said. If your body's not feeling like it was the day before, before feeling healthy and stuff, something don't feel right, it probably is not right. So don't be ashamed to go to the doctor and get it checked out, and so you live I ain't gonna say a healthy life, but live a little bit longer. Because everybody's dealing with something. I can guarantee you that. So Shea, was that it, Shea? Was that it? You sure?
Yes.
So Shea, I gotta ask you again, Shea. Do you plan on coming back and do another Medical Monday?
Yes, I do.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, Shea, thank you again for coming on the show for Medical Monday, talking about thyroids. So, ladies, if you having a problem with Shea, hold on, Shea. One last question. What are some of the symptoms that let you know that you have a bad thyroid?
Oh, so if it's too slow, hypo, you're cold. You're cold all the time. You notice that you'll gain weight. And you'll start feeling really like sluggish, things like that. And if it's high, you'll feel your heart racing. Your heart racing and your blood pressure by the time your blood pressure shoot up, it's kind of bad. That's like a thyroid storm. So when you start feeling hot, you feel your heart racing. I was like, oh, I feel extra hot. Just like let the doctor know about those symptoms so they can properly diagnose you.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that. So, good people, no matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing: it's going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. So, Dr. Shea, I know you want me to call Dr. Shea because you say you don't want to be no doctor, but hey, you never know what God got planned for you, right? But for us right now, you're going to be a great nurse, right?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, this is Lee Graham. This is my podcast. If you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn the whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people if you want to have a real conversation. Have a blessed day. Please find time to make time to tell God thank you. Thank you, Shea.
You're welcome. Bye.